Hey you guys, welcome back to Divine Inspirations. You already know what this is. This is your boy Chris Howard. Hey, listen, on this topic I'm speaking on next is called moving on. A lot of individuals are stuck in mud because they don't know how to move on from past relationships or past things they've been through. And I'm just here to help out, give you some insight, give you some pointers on things that can help you move on to the next thing in your life, the next phase in your life, the next relationship in your life, possibly. So I have 10 things that I wrote down that I feel like that can really help out someone when it's time to move on and to the next relationship, or just move on for themselves. It doesn't have to be always with someone else. Moving on is a tough challenge, but it doesn't have to be something that has to sit with you for the rest of your life. You can grow, you can move on and move on to better things. So I hope this message resonates with someone, and check it out. Let's get to it. Moving on. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to talk about moving on because too many people are in stagnation. They're stagnant right now because they don't know how to move on, or they're afraid to move on. They've been giving up everything they feel at the present moment to move on to something greater for themselves. And I'm going to stick on the topic of moving on in relationships. So I'm going to give you about 10 steps that you can check on your own. You can do it today, but I don't advise you to prolong it. I advise you to get started as soon as you can. Write down these 10 steps because these are ways you can check yourself on moving on from a bad relationship, a bad business partnership. You can use this in any aspect of your life on moving on. But it's going to be more on the topic of relationships because too many great people are sitting around and they done left themselves in the past so long they don't know how to receive if something greater comes into their life. So number one, on moving on, clear your baggage, acknowledge it and accept, let go of your feelings. Okay, so you have to be clear and understanding that you have baggage, and you have to accept and let go of your feelings. A lot of y'all don't want to accept your feelings. You guys trying to ignore it. You try to suppress it. You try to get rid of it. You try to do everything but acknowledge it. You try to avoid it. Avoiding your feelings is a big no-no because at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're only hurting yourself on the inside. You're not taking care of business. You're allowing something that's like allowing a bomb to sit inside your body and just letting it tick. You know what? It's going to come out in various different ways. And most of the times it comes out on an individual that's meant for you. It comes out on a person who wants to do you right and treat you right. You don't let your feelings sit inside you from your past relationship that hurt you. Now you're carrying into your new relationship. You think it's something new, but in reality, those feelings that you never acknowledged nor dealt with is going to eventually come out on that individual when you guys hit certain growing pains that only you two are meant to go through. So check your feelings, acknowledge them, accept them, embrace them because they're real. The quicker you embrace them, the better opportunity you have a chance to move on. All right, so let's get down to number 2. Recognize that he or she is not the one for you. You got to realize some things, man. When you get with somebody and you really feel like that spark is there, you have to separate whether this person really was for you or you were just creating a facade in your head. A lot of times people get with someone, but they already have this idea inside their mind how their relationship should go, instead of really getting to learn that individual and see if they fit what they want inside their relationship. Now, once the relationship is over and is done, you have to sit back and really take a real reality check and see if that person or that individual was for you. Sometimes that person may have to teach you something. They may need to teach you patience. They may need to teach you more compassion. They may need to teach you something, or you need to teach them something. Doesn't mean that you're a failure in a relationship. It doesn't mean that you would never find a partner in your life. It means that individual is meant to bring you something in your life to build you for the person that's meant for you. So once you recognize that person isn't for you and really come to a wholehearted decision, not doing it out of anger, because that doesn't work. If you're doing it out of your heart, say, what, this person really wasn't meant for me. I pray that this person finds that they're happy and that they can move on, and that'll be a great thing. So number 3, share with close friends. Okay, I want to be very, very clear on this because sharing with your friends can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on really what's going on with the relationship and how it ended. You want to get with friends who are mutual to the situation, not judgmental towards the situation. I'm just keeping it 100 with you guys. Just because they're your friends doesn't mean they're always happy for you, especially when it comes to relationships. Especially if they had hardships in relationships, especially if they always had experienced heartbreak. They're going to try to be that person that may just like build on top of what you're already feeling. Oh yeah, see, I told you it won't work. I told you this person wasn't this or this person wasn't that. That's not the type of friends you want to share your emotions with, because at the end of the day, it's only going to harden you from being receptive and open to meeting someone new who may be right for you. So be very aware of who you share your information with as far as your friends goes. But if you have a mutual friend who understands, who's letting you know that everything's going to be okay, you know, that you can express your emotions with without them judging the situation, judging you if you did make a bad decision on being with someone that this person may have warned you about, you know, let it out, let the feelings out, because when it's all said and done, you expressing yourself, you letting it out, that is healing. You're healing yourself. You know, don't get into a mode where you have to be aggressive as far as like want to get revenge on a person. You know, let that anger out, let that energy out, because when you let that energy out, the energy is now gone. Down the healing process can begin. So let's get down to number 4. Reduce contact with him or her. This is a big issue, man. A lot of people go through breakups and immediately want to contact the person, immediately want to still continue to do things as if they were in a relationship, you know, things of that nature, or they want to figure out what's wrong with them. You know, limit or reduce contact from this person, period. If they really broke and tore up your heart and they really hurt you really bad, you really want to get into a space where you can kind of just gather yourself. I call it licking your own wounds. You know, you have to lick your own wounds until they heal sometimes. And reducing contact with this person can be very, very good until you get to a mental space where you can have a conversation to see why things ended, if that's what you want to do. You know, but you have to be in a mental space where you're not in that weak standpoint where that person could take advantage of you emotionally because you're still emotionally hurt from the relationship. That goes for women and that goes for men. It doesn't matter the sex or gender. It just really matters where your heart is at. But if you really want to detach from this person, you had a strong attachment to them, of course, the years that go on with it, the harder it is. Reduce contact with this person. Unless you have kids, you have something where you're dependent on that other person for some reason. But if you're going to contact them based on what the situation is. Don't contact them in the emotional need because you feel like you're without somebody. You know, at this time period, this is the perfect time to learn yourself again, start to love on yourself again, and build yourself back up. So number 5, we're going right into it. Seek closure with him or her. Like I just said, build your mindset up mentally where you can handle talking to this person to get closure for yourself. Now, 90% of the time, if you're not dealing with someone who's accountable, you're going to deal with someone who's a coward. So if they're a coward, they're not going to want to talk to you or give you that closure, because closure is a lot of power over somebody. And it's a lot of times when people don't get closure with an ex or someone they dealt with, then it's hard for them to really be open to someone new because they haven't closed the door with that other person. Whenever you're dealing with someone who isn't accountable and who is a coward and doesn't give you the closure, sometimes you just got to go with forgiveness. And you have to forgive that person inside your heart and give the closure that you do need for yourself. Don't always wait for that individual, because if you're dealing with a coward, they're not going to give you that, because people like that understand they always want to feel like you need them, and that's not true. So if you have to give yourself closure, do that. It's extremely powerful the same way we all have to do it with some person or another. But if they are accountable and they are an adult and they can talk it out and you guys can get to a closure understanding, then that's a great thing for both parties. And number 6, forgive him or her. To forgive, I'm gonna give you guys a quote. To forgive is the highest, most beautiful form of love. In return, you receive untold peace and happiness. Like I just said, you have to learn to forgive them, man. You know, at the end of the day, no one's perfect. You know, some people don't understand when they have someone who is good and who is there to benefit them. But a lot of people don't deal with their past issues. They don't really deal with their old feelings. So when someone great comes into their life, they really are immature in handling it. And at the end of the day, that's what caused you to have a broken heart. But learn to forgive them. You know, learn to understand that, you know, through forgiveness, I will heal. Through forgiveness, I will get my strength back. Through forgiveness, I will find myself again. Because without forgiveness, you can't heal. And without properly healing, you can't really truly open up to love again. And someone that's really made for you will be in your path, but you're not going to see them when you're hurting. You're going to see them when you start to heal. And if that person comes into your life while you're healing, you know, that's the best opportunity to me to build a friendship. Because now you're not only healing, but you're actually building a friendship with someone who cares to see you heal, cares to see you happy, cares to see the best come out of you. They're loving on you through a stage where you're healing. So a friendship can definitely form in that stage, in my opinion. So that's another thing. Number 7, do things you love. Don't go into a corner and ball up. You know, you got to get back into activities that you love. You know, if you want to start hitting the gym, if you want to go shopping, you want to get your hair and nails done. Fellas, if you want to go shopping, like if you want to go hang out with your boys, go to a game, do stuff like that. Like me personally, when you're hurting as a man, the bar is a place you shouldn't really go to right away, because now you're going to be in a lustful state. You know, being in a lustful state and just going out wilding, you can unintentionally hurt someone else who has nothing to do with you been through. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's other ways to heal as a man when you're dealing with heartbreak. You know, we as men, we go through to it as well when we're dealing with heartbreak, you know, and there's more wiser ways and wiser choices than to run to a club or run to a bar. That's just my opinion. You know, people going to do what they want to do, and I don't judge anybody for healing how they need to heal. But in the process of healing, I never feel like I want to hurt anyone else while I'm healing. Because when you hurt someone else while you're healing, now there's another hurt person. So it's just, the cycle doesn't need to continue. But as far as women, you know, talk with your friends, go out shopping, do things that you love. Like, you know, you're going to think about it. You're going to reminisce on like your relationship. Those things are known activities, you know what I'm saying? But don't let that have a stronghold on you where you can't really heal yourself. Start to love yourself again. Start to find things that are beautiful about you. You don't need a man or a woman or anybody else to keep reminding you that you're beautiful. Reassure yourself. That's one of the highest qualities, is reassuring yourself that you're beautiful, you're handsome, you know, you have it, and feel like no one else wants you. There's a billion people on this earth. Trust me, someone will find you attractive in more ways than one. But if you're closed-minded to that, then you're not going to be open to receptive to a person who can be there for you and treat you the way you want to be treated. So number 8 is meeting new people. Sometimes you got to meet new people. You know, I'm not saying jump out there and go out there right away and start meeting new people. Take your time in meeting new people though. But don't be closed-minded like everyone is going out there to hurt you. You know, you have those individuals who out there who want to see you really succeed and be in your life. It doesn't have to always jump to a relationship, but it can be meeting a new friend who loves to see you smile, loves to see you laugh, and just want to see you do better. That's all. You know, some people just can be there to support you, and don't deny those people when they come into your life. Number 9, know that there's nothing wrong with you. A lot of people really feel like there's something wrong with them because some person couldn't see the qualities that they had. Some person didn't accept who they were. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta learn to accept you for you. If you're accepting you for you, then anybody that comes along is a bonus. Anybody that comes along is just extra from God. You have to learn to accept you for you. Flaws and all, just like you want to be, just like when you meet someone, they want to be accepted, flaws and all. But that doesn't mean take on the BS if a person is not working on themselves as individuals. Like me personally, I'm married, but that doesn't stop me from working on myself each and every day to be a better friend, a better husband, a better lover, everything for my wife. I still have to work on me. There's no day I don't take off no days from working on myself. So when my wife checks me on certain things, she brings certain things to my attention, it's for me to listen, not talk with a counter like, well, this is how I am. You know, I used to be that way when I was immature, but being mature, I have to learn and open my ears and listen, because at the end of the day, she's a perspective, how she's seeing me react to certain things. So that helped me grow as a person. You can't be closed-minded to growing. Some people are going to take a little longer to get there, but if they're working on themselves, they can make it happen, you guys. So learn that there's nothing wrong with you. You have all the qualities. Someone probably been looking at you for a long time, wanting to be with you and wanting to build you because they love what you offer right now. But if you're stuck on a person who didn't see it, then you're going to miss out on that person who actually is seeing it inside you. And last but not least, number 10, recognize that there is someone out there for you. There is someone out there for you, man. There's someone waiting. There's someone who is praying for you. There's someone who is talking to God about you every night, and they don't even know your name. They just know what type of energy they want. They know what type of look they want. And to me, at the end of the day, when that comes together, don't get into the old state of lack, like there's not enough, that you can't offer this person up because another person didn't accept your flaws and all. You know, be open with it. Build that friendship. Grow into a relationship. Grow into engagement. Grow into marriage. You know, these are all stages you have to grow into. Stop trying to jump from one to the next, because if you jump from one to the next, you're going to miss out on an opportunity to really build a friendship. And then when you do hit storms, you have nothing to fall back on. Me personally, with me and my wife, we built a solid friendship into becoming best friends. So now whenever we hit our trials and tribulations in our marriage, you know, we have our days when we're off and on. We have our friendship to always rely on because we love and respect each other. A lot of y'all don't have a friendship. So, you know, you respect your friends. You don't just dish your friends. You don't just play your friends. But a lot of you guys in relationship would disrespect your other half. Where's the respect at? You got to have some respect in there. So when you do end up being with someone, you know, build that solid friendship to build that respect factor, because you want to respect your friends. You want to respect your partner because your partner represents you. You represent your partner. So when someone sees you, they see them. When they see them, they see you. It doesn't have to be like one-sided where you see them and it's like, well, that people looking at your side, I know you guys are a team. So, but recognize when that person is for you and they're out there, you guys are going to find each other, but you're only going to find each other not through how you look physically, but the energies and vibrations you guys are carrying. So that's my topic on moving on. I hope that helped out somebody. Someone got an eye opener like I did, because these 10 steps helped me in the past, and I'm just letting you guys know what can help you too as well. So remember, go like and subscribe on Divine Inspirations, and I want to thank you guys for stopping in. Later.